doesn't say we're live yet. It says we're going live. Now it says we're live.
I never know when we
never know.
are.
It's a guess. It's always a guess. We don't want to miss the opportunity to be the first ones to wish you happy birthday. You know, I always like to wake my children up at 12:01 a.m. on their birthdays, juggle them awake, and say, "Happy birthday, child."
You do no such thing.
I mean, but wouldn't that be a good idea?
That would be the worst.
To make sure that you could be the first.
I would not like it.
I'm not talking about waking you up. Waking you
like
up
it.
is nigh impossible.
No, I would not like it if you woke our children up.
Well, but you don't know how my children...
What is happening here? What is this?
That's some hair. Guess what happened earlier, you guys? Robbi grabbed me by the scruff of my neck, pulled out her tweezers, and removed a number of my eyebrows, claiming...
Eyebrows were going...
Just be careful around Robbi. She has critical thoughts about eyebrows, and she has a tool that can be used to remove whatever percentage of your eyebrow she cares to.
I thought that you were going to talk about the time that I grabbed you by your shoulders and claimed that you ate all the jam.
Oh, I also got in trouble for eating jam that no one ate recently.
Yes, did you notice our new lights?
Is this oh, we did. We got our new lights. Do they look any different? Can you guys tell us?
Tell.
Oh!
Everything looks more yellow.
So somebody noticed.
Yes.
Oh, well, Ede, tell us. Tell us what you think. Because we plugged all the lights in and we got them all set up and we're like, does it look any better than before the lights?
It looks better.
Now, of course, we want a new camera that will work better with the new lights. So we're getting all sorts of ambitions, you guys. We need to jump to it. We got a lot going on today. We got things to do. First, of course, we're going to read the top of the day of the week.
Introductions. Oh, the week of inventions continues.
My name is Matthew Swanson, and I am well lit. Robbi, move over. You are just taking up too much of the real estate. I feel like I want to be equal parts of this establishment.
No, my chair.
Oh, have you reached the edge of the continent?
The edge of the continent.
Okay, maybe we can go like this.
Yeah. There we go.
We moved everything around. Everything got a little bejangled and bejoggled. All right.
I want to point out, Amy.
Who? Why? Yes.
I can't do it from here.
What is the problem happening here? You're having so many troubles over here. Why are you looking at... Why are you showing the sock? Why? Why is it that way? That would drive me crazy.
That sock was back over there, and I was like, Amy's going to see that sock on the floor.
You put that on for... Okay.
And so I didn't have anywhere to put it.
Okay.
So I put it on my foot.
All right. So Amy says that I look brighter. Is that a comment on my intelligence?
Yes. See, I look yellow.
Well, Robbi, you have a yellower tone than I do, and I have a pinker tone. So
I know, and that was one of the things.
We're still working out the kinks, Amy. We're working on it. Watch this. Watch this. Whoop. Make both of us yellow.
Okay.
Whoop. Ooh, look at that. Now it feels like we're inside of an oven.
It's so hot in here, guys.
Roar.
It's so hot.
Yeah. Wait, show them how bright the lights can get. Watch this. Woo! Oh my gosh. Whoosh! Whoa! Now it feels like we are staring into the very heart of the Earth's molten core.
Surface of the sun.
Yes, it's very hot.
The core of the Earth, isn't that interesting?
I mean, they're very similar. Okay, so now we're
now it's getting.
Whoa, still too bright.
Now
but
we're
now
in
we're
a
cool.
greenhouse.
Now we're cool and bright. Now we're in Baja California on a very bright day, and the spritz of the surf is brushing into our. Okay, bring it back down. See, now we've got our levels all messed up. We have no idea how to make ourselves look normal again.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Our camera adjusts, counter adjusts.
It's
so
defeating the purpose of the lights.
Yeah. So now we have to try a different camera.
Robbi.
Drink the water. Thank God. This has made me so thirsty.
Here you go. No, don't drink that water.
I know. I'm moving aside.
Here, have this.
I'm moving aside my
Have this
container of
lightly
water.
filled water. All right. Take a small portion of water, in keeping with your relatively diminutive size. Cheers, cheers.
Cheers, Jack and
Prost,
Jackson, everyone.
Prost.
Please, I hope that you're drinking your water.
No, you are drinking your water. We would not stand for anything less than full hydration here on the Story Hour with Robbi and Matthew. I'm just looking at my relatively smoother complexion in these fancy new lights. There we go. While Robbi is finishing, I will make sure you know that even though it's the week of inventions, Megan and Buttons are still here with us, as they always will be. They've earned spots in the immortal lineup of our show mascotry. Moving on to play the theme song. Now, Robbi, do you have to go searching for it?
No, I don't. I got another new toy, but we had some.
We're not going to show it till it comes up on the agenda.
What song should we play?
Let us play Robbi is cuter, Robbi is better, Robbi is better than Matthew.
That would be the one that has the little smiley face with sunglasses.
Okay. Here we...
Robbi is cooler, Robbi is cuter, and Robbi's just better than Matthew.
Just letting the waves wash over me.
I have
the
to
waves
trim
of
that audio file, so
I
there's
know.
not a big
At some point. You know, Drew sent us the uncut master, and we were supposed to have taken it to our recording engineer to trim off the excess. Drew wanted us to have access to the unfiltered rage of that recording. Play the theme song. Ask readers how we look. We already covered this. I didn't realize you guys were going to notice that the new lights had arrived. So,
That's
hey,
good, though.
bully
if
for
you.
you.
Noticed,
Yeah.
Except that you noticed that I'm yellow and Matthew's white.
I would like to point out that Maris likes my pillow. Thank you, Maris. You know, sometimes you need to have a little comfort for your neck.
Is there a reason why you're wearing the pillow? Are you planning on falling asleep in the middle of this? And
You just asked 2 questions at once, so it's very hard for me to answer.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
The answer to the question is yes, but you don't know which question.
Oh.
That's the problem, you guys. When you ask questions in rapid succession, you never know what to make of the answer you get. Ask one question at a time. All right. Do magic.
What?
All right, Robbi, here's what I've always wanted.
Yes?
I've wanted to use my hands in such a way to summon a disembodied version of my head and a disembodied version of your head to dance magically across the screen. Oh my gosh, I did it! I did it! I pulled it off. I've always wanted to do that. How did I imagine? Oh, we look so, whew. That was exciting.
That was exciting.
All right, guys, I'm going to do something.
Wait, hold on. I
What?
have to turn this off. There we go.
Wait, let's see. Do magic and then show Robbie's new invention. All right. Now, this is not an invention that Robbi invented.
No.
This is an invention that Robbi purchased on the internet.
Discovered
and
because somebody told me about it.
a nice man named Kenny.
Kenny?
Yeah, we met Kenny. We did an event for Microsoft.
And they're all techie.
Oh my gosh.
They know their tech stuff.
There were 3 people with like 11 computers
Yes.
running the show.
Trying to get us to stream.
They could have landed a spaceship.
They could have.
Kenny said, Robbi, you look like a nice young lady. You're lacking the technologies and tools you need to do this job as well as you could. What?
He did not say the first part.
What?
He did say you are lacking the tools and technology you need to do this job
You don't think
well.
Kenny thinks you're nice?
He didn't. You're putting words in his mouth. I don't know what he thinks
But he
about me.
smiled at you in such a way that it made me believe he had
I think he
warm
was
thoughts.
excited about this invention.
Show us.
Much the same way that I am.
Show us the Stream Deck. Look at this.
This is what's called a Stream Deck.
Okay, look.
And you can program
Push-
each
push-
of these little buttons.
Push the button. Show them.
This button.
Oh, there we are. There we are. Yes. Thank you, Robbi. What about is there one that you can use to bring me a sandwich? Can I have a sandwich?
No.
No.
But here I
Okay.
can
Theme song?
see that one.
What does it say? Oh.
It's the little rocking out.
Oh, it's like
Hanson.
this. Yeah. Robbi no longer has to delve into her email from Drew
I don't
to
have
open the theme song.
Keep moving everything around.
This
so
is
I'm very
less
excited.
interesting to you, but she can push a button that launches
You guys, I'm so excited.
YouTube and the studio. And anyway,
Yes.
this is an invention. Someone said there has to be an easier way to navigate streaming and make things available. I'm going to invent it, and then someone named Robbi is going to purchase it. The invention was made with hopes that someone would see the usefulness of the thing they invented and want to buy it.
I'm curious about the inventor
Yeah.
because I think usually inventors are people who have a particular problem.
Right.
And they're like, somebody must have solved this already.
Uh-huh.
And then when nobody has solved it, they get annoyed. And they're like, well, I'm going to solve it.
Right.
And so they solve it. I think like people like Edison, was he just like an inventor by trade? Like, well, how?
I bet he was an inventor the same way certain people are artists. They just can't help it.
Can't help it.
They just wake up in
Yeah.
the morning and they see things that they want to change or create. So inventors are just making practical art, right?
Yeah.
Art is something that you make as an artist because you want to say something or you want to
Express
see
yourself.
something. But
Yes.
but inventors are creating with the end result of making something new that can be useful in the world for the most part, right?
Right.
The Stream Deck gives
Yes.
Robbi buttons that she can push. But
I love pushing buttons.
Robbi got this for the show,
Yeah.
but she also found
I
out
discovered
yeah.
that all of these buttons, you can just program it to do any kind of shortcuts that you want. So I have an alternate setup. If you look at my buttons there,
Yeah.
I'm going to show you.
Watch the buttons change. Watch
Buttons
the
will
buttons
change.
change. Oh, and what
Yeah.
are those buttons for?
So those buttons are for Photoshop.
Nice.
For when I'm doing art, I can have the shortcuts. I don't know if you have heard
What?
the 1,000 times that I've said, but I have injured my shoulder
Oh.
by working on my computer and
Yeah.
doing my keyboard shortcuts with my one hand. So because this deck is smaller, I can put it in my lap and I can do my keyboard shortcuts.
Before you put that away,
Yes.
lift it up. Would you say these qualify as monkey buttons? Or
Yes.
not? Yes.
Yes, these are the definition of monkey buttons.
Okay.
There are, it's like in each button is contained all of the monkey buttons that I used to have to push.
Right.
And now I only get to push one
This is a
button.
container full of monkey buttons.
Full of monkey
An
buttons.
endless number of
You know
monkey
what?
buttons can fit in here.
I'm going to tape a new name on here,
Yes.
and it's going to be called...
We have a
the
P-Touch machine.
Monkey buttons.
We have one of those machines that has a little tape that comes out that you punch and little letters, erased letters appear.
It's a label maker.
Can you make a
will
label
make a
maker
label
that says
maker.
monkey buttons? We're
Yes.
going to do that. We're going to show it to you in a future show. Anyway, that is your invention
Yes.
for today. What does that say?
Brazen request for cookies.
All right. I know my children are watching. Children, I want you, when this show is over, to make some chocolate chip cookies for your mother.
Thank
okay?
you.
They will make her happy. I want you to do it. It's not just a request. It might be a demand.
Oh.
All right? I lowered my eyes. That's why I put on this pillow. My children find this neck pillow very inspiring. And they know that when I wear it, I mean business. So they know not to cross me when I'm wearing my neck pillow. Wait, are you adjusting my levels?
I'm adjusting our levels.
Our levels. All right,
There we
that's
go.
true.
We were getting
These
a
are
little
shared
blown
levels.
out.
What does that say?
Robbi shares her sketch and asks for your help in deciding what to draw.
Okay, so as you guys know, yesterday I read a story that was a little bit too earnest, lyrical, poetic, beautiful, quiet, and difficult for Robbi to know what to illustrate. She thought I was going to throw her a lasagna lord or fork and spoon friends.
I was
Instead,
excited about that.
I made an earnest story about the sunset. So, Robbi valiantly attempted to create an image that was inspired by the story. Robbi, can you share that with our friends?
Well, I'm going to share this, which is often how a lot of my illustrations
Right.
from Matthew's manuscripts
Right.
start out,
Right.
is that as I'm reading the manuscript, I have an idea, and then I just do a little doodle in the side.
Right.
And you know what's the truth of it?
We'd like to hear the truth, Robbi.
The truth of it is, most of the time, I like my doodle the best.
Ah,
And then my final drawing, I'm not as excited about.
everything else is just a disappointment.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a disappointment
Okay.
after the doodle. So I liked this doodle.
Okay.
Because I think let's see. So he,
Robbi.
I'm trying to find where it is that this made me. He stopped the car and sat by the side of the road. Before long, the golden light faded. Before long, it was perfect night. Before long, James realized that getting what you want doesn't mean wanting what you get.
Oh.
Just such a poignant
Thank you.
moment.
Thank you.
Yes. So, so here we go. Here's what I have.
Okay.
So I ended up
Look at that.
making.
Did
sort
you
of-
push a monkey button to make that happen?
I did.
Awesome.
It was so instantaneous.
That's so cool. All right.
Yes. So that is what I sort of showed Matthew this morning. And the trick is I had a couple questions.
Okay.
One was I don't know if you guys can see down here.
Okay.
Oops, down here.
Right.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
What did you want to do?
I'm on the. Here we go. So I made the road here.
Right.
But Matthew pointed out that you can't really tell it's the road.
Right. I'm a little worried that people won't know what it means, and it's kind of heavy. Do you know what I mean?
So I took out the road. And I'm not sure. I feel like there's a little something missing. Oh, it was the shadows of the trees.
Right.
Right? And then I had moved the sun around a little bit. Well, the question actually also was, do we need the trees at all? Right?
Well, I don't want to. Should I say what I thought? I think I'm going to say what I thought.
Okay.
This is sort of a more elegant and lovely image. There's something very heavy about those trees, and this is a lighter image. I also think that the long shadow is more emphasized when it is the dominant dark element in the foreground, and when you have the trees, it's a little bit harder to see the shadow, and the shadow loses a little bit of its poignance. So that's my thought. But I also very much like how the trees frame the sun and frame the central figure. And I also like how it creates a sense of a tunnel. He's emerging from the woods. He's emerging from a place of darkness and seeing a place of light. And I think that all told, that tips the scales in the favor of me preferring the image with the trees to the one without it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm thinking that the way that I'll do this is I will ink with the pen and ink the guy whose name is James and the trees.
Right.
So the trees won't be quite so heavy as I just was sort of sketching them out super quick here. So the trees won't be quite so heavy, and then I will watercolor the sun. I'll gouache the sun. It'll be painted. This tree line will be painted. These sort of highlights on the field will be painted. and the shadows will be painted.
Okay, so the pen and ink is going to not look much like the complete because so many elements will be coming with just the painting. They will have no line work at all. Like, you're not going to draw a line around the sun. You're just going to make it
I think the one thing, I might not draw a line around the sun. I might draw a little outline around this set of trees.
Okay.
And do some little hatches in this
And the
field.
shadows? Will the shadows have a line, or is it hard to tell?
It's hard
These
to
are
tell.
important decisions, you guys. They make it look very different based on what Robbi decides. So, yeah.
I'm torn. If you guys have opinions, please share. Because I'm not really sure. Because I'm kind of with Matthew in many ways. I feel like without the trees at all is kind of, but now it feels incomplete, right?
It does. I mean, if you asked me to look at this
compared
in the
two,
abstract,
yeah.
I think it's quite lovely. Compared to the other illustrations you've done in this weekly series,
Yeah.
this is, you use a lot of white space.
Yeah.
And so you're covering up a lot of the white space here. I don't know which one is more beautiful. I think the one without the trees might be more beautiful. This one might be a little more dramatic.
Right.
So it kind of depends on what your priorities are.
All right. Well,
But you have to
once
decide
everybody
now,
in
right?
the sidebar is done doing their push-ups,
Yeah.
please let me know what you think.
Do you guys have any... Now, are you going to ink this today, or are you going to bypass that? That was going to be the next thing on the agenda. I see that you didn't set up
I
Inking
didn't
Zone
set up
101.
Inking Zone 101.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So, does that mean you're not going to? Or are we going to? What does that say?
That says, official naming of Jennifer as field correspondent.
Yes. So, our friend Jennifer, who has chimed in with great generosity, wit, eloquence, vocabulary, mastery of language, enthusiasm, and expertise, has offered to be our field correspondent. She is going to go out into the wild world of language and send back truth.
Yes.
And she's going to send back corrections to the
Yes.
mistakes that Matthew makes.
We both make. We make all the time.
I have granted her leave to be quite brutally honest in her assessment of my mischaracterizations and misuse of language. All right? I want to be the sort of writer who is open to the fact that I do not know it all. I don't know many things.
Nobody knows it
And
all.
I can learn from
Except for
those
Jennifer.
who know more. Jennifer might know it all. But in any case, Jennifer has written something that I'm going to share with you, was going to share with you Robbies Sketch. So, Robbi, you and I have something to work out here, which is the idea that you were going to sketch today.
Sorry.
Did you forget that? Or yeah?
I guess I did.
Okay. Well, what do you want to do? Like, we have...
I have something to show you.
okay.
An invention.
Is this... Are you trying to push the sketching off? Matthew needs to know how to respond with the rest of the show. Am I going to have to come up with some new programming?
Yes.
You're not going to sketch?
I don't think so. I think I still have a lot of working out to do. I'm not sure what...
Well, then, you know what I recommend?
What?
Envelope making demonstration.
Oh.
Because we're going to do it in one of the two shows. I
Yeah.
put it in the second because I
Okay.
thought the sketching would take up so much room.
Sorry.
So why don't we make envelopes?
All right.
Now, you guys were supposed to have gotten pages from magazines.
Yes.
I trust that you have done so because we asked you so earnestly. We reminded you several times, and we incentivized it with cash prizes.
We did not.
We didn't tell you about the cash prizes.
What?
Yeah. There's no cash prizes. There's
Thank you,
none.
Matthew.
No
You're not-
cash.
You know, when you say that,
Yeah.
it gets people very excited.
Did you get excited?
No, I know that our children just got excited when you said cash prizes.
Our children are not eligible because they're related to me. So, anyway,
Say.
and you guys are not eligible because you're not yet 45, except for the people who are 45, and you're not eligible because you're over 18. All right? So everybody isn't eligible. There are cash prizes, but none of you qualify. All right, Robbi, show us what you've got.
Okay, so just oh look,
What?
Thomas is weighing in on the trees.
Oh, what does he say?
I think that the trees in the background makes it seem as though he's entering a desert and sees no oasis in the distance. The trees in the background. Interesting. Well, I see that. See, that's funny because in my head I have it just a particular way of understanding it. I see that as a field. When I draw it again, it will look more like a field than a desert. But did you think it was a desert?
I did not. I saw it as a field. I saw that as another row of trees on the far side of the field. I think I see it as a field because I know there's trees in the foreground and trees in the background.
Also because this is what it looks like where we live.
That's right.
There's lots of fields with trees around the edges.
Right.
All
Okay.
right.
All right.
Good point.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thomas.
All right.
Wow,
Okay. Kato's shooting you a little shade. Finally, we're making envelopes, he says. All right,
Okay,
fair enough.
so
How many magazine pages? Just one to start with. Just one. All right.
And your letter.
And get one that looks cool and makes you excited.
Yes.
That has a little bit of a
So,
jazzy feel to it.
I have a National Geographic magazine.
National Geographic.
And I looked through it, and the first page that I opened up to when I went to
Pringles?
was not Pringles.
Oh.
This is meant to be, you guys.
Oh!
This page.
What is that bear doing?
I don't know.
Is that a serious, legitimate photograph of a bear acting crazy?
Finland. Mimi the brown bear shows her flair for flexibility during an afternoon stretch at the Ehtari Zoo.
Okay, this is a bear in captivity. This is not a bear that just
hanging
happened
out
to be
next
doing.
to the
Okay, all
door.
right, fair enough.
Despite intense summer heat, the lively resident lifted paws for minutes at a time in poses learned from her mother.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what you're going to do
Yes.
is you're going to take your page of the magazine and tear it out.
Okay.
Now,
Yes. Do you have a technique for that?
I sometimes have a technique and sometimes it doesn't work.
Okay.
So, you can just tear it depending on the kind of magazine it is.
And how steady your hand is.
And how steady your hand is. But you can also score it with...
Oh.
I actually use an X-Acto knife, but scissors works just as well.
Okay.
If you just run down...
Get in the screen. They can't see what you're doing. Okay.
I can't really do it.
Okay. I'll get out of your way.
If you just run down the page like...
You should not do this in the air like Robbi's
I know.
doing. You should
Don't
do it
do it
against
like that.
a table or something.
Yes.
Okay? Just
but
making a little tiny
makes a little
indentation.
line cut in there so that when you actually go to tear it out,
Comes out like butter.
comes out like butter.
Yeah. Oh, here it comes.
Here it comes.
Oh, Robbi, are you going to use the nuts instead?
Well, I'm telling you, I just
Look.
noticed that the opposite side of the
Lordy.
bear is some delicious
Nuts.
nuts.
Those
no,
are nut-
cakes. They're cakes. Some kind of
Cakes?
cakes.
What? Cakes?
This is the great thing about National
They're
Geographic.
baked goods. Oh my
Gleaming
gosh.
with mouth-watering perfection,
Wow.
a banquet of stones.
Look at that.
What?
Wait, they're stones?
What?
They
fooled me.
they
Of
do look like
stones
baked goods.
Resembling food adorns a table at the 6th International Rare Stone Festival
Wow.
in Wushu.
Look at that.
About 3,000 specimens were on show.
Don't those look like little
That
candies
is
or cakes or
fabulous.
nuts?
Yes,
Oh my
they
gosh.
look like little breads.
I think
or
somebody
little-
polished those stones.
Well, I think they purposely. I think the thing was
Yeah.
to make it look like food.
Wow. Okay.
All
but
right.
the bear obviously is Robbi's
Yes,
first
is
choice.
my first
okay.
choice.
So
Matthew, I think you're gonna have
okay.
to do this with
All right,
the
don't
camera.
get dizzy, friends. Don't get dizzy.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh no! No! All right.
All right.
Here we go.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your magazine page, face down on the table, and then you're gonna put your letter. So I have a card, but if you just had a letter and you had it folded up in quarters, you could put it in here like that. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your letter in the middle and fold the edges over.
Okay.
Okay, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
All right. Then you want to adjust your letter on the inside to line up to where if you fold over the top or fold over the bottom, you want your picture to be...
Oh. So you want to slide your letter pretty far to the
so
bottom.
I'm going to have to slide my letter pretty far to the bottom because I want the bear in all of her glory, Mimi the bear, to be on the cover.
Okay.
Okay? So then you flip it back over and you fold up.
Whichever end is bigger? How do you decide to go
It doesn't
first?
matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So this one, see, because I have it so low, I'm gonna have to do some stickering and gluing.
Okay.
So fold the edge over, and then I never have to use scissors. This time I have to use scissors because of the way I did this.
Robbi's very disappointed in herself, you guys.
I am.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut this off just below the edge.
They could, instead of using scissors, just fold that under, right?
They could, but then it gets thick, and then it causes problems.
In the mail machine? Okay.
So then,
don't, okay, good.
you have your fold over the
Look at
top,
that. Cool.
and then you just tuck this in.
Okay.
See this little flap?
Oh,
you
cool.
tuck it in like that,
Oh, nice.
and you tuck it in like that over there,
Oh, cool.
and there you go. And then you put a sticker across here so that it stays closed. Now, sometimes, if it's super puffy like this, I'll put a little bit of glue in there and push it closed. But most of the time, I've not had problems with this. So there's my envelope.
And isn't that the coolest envelope you have ever encountered, you guys?
Yes.
Look at that.
And then I usually take like a little sticker, depending. I could probably write because this is clear enough here, I could write the address right here, and
Like
it'd be
with
fine.
a Sharpie or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But usually I either take a little piece of paper and write the address on it and glue it down, or I actually have labels that I just stick on there. It makes it a lot easier.
You guys, before
So
Robbi was my one true love, she used to send me letters.
Yes.
And they were the best letters, and I would read them over and over again. Robbi has microscopic, extremely clear handwriting that you think might have been written by a robot, but her prose is so lovely and inventive that you know it's not a robot, and it comes from the mind of a truly delightful and unique individual. That's all the compliments you get today.
So there you go. So
Cool.
take a sticker and stick that down. I'm going to show you how this normally would work out.
Guys, send us pictures of your
envelopes.
and we'll show them on the show. Ooh, that is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
But it's a little too big, isn't it?
Well, I mean, you can do it with any size.
National Geographic is cool.
A slightly bigger magazine. Oh,
Ooh,
that's
fish,
a good
fish,
one.
fish. Yeah.
I'm going to do the fish.
You're just going to rip it out, not even going to score it. You're just going to rip it out.
I'm just going to try to rip it out.
Like so much cheese. Okay. Oh.
Oh, but see what happened?
Oh. Oh. Robbi. Boo. Boo.
But, so ordinarily,
Yeah.
if I hadn't had to go so close to the bottom here, I just want to show you how
Okay.
you can do this without much. The trick is this line has to be pretty even. If you do it off, like if you're crooked, then it doesn't always fold under nicely.
Okay. Apparently, Simon's term as the Secretary of State of my fan club just ended.
Oh no.
I didn't realize that. So are you saying that I need a new Secretary of State, Simon? Are you unwilling to continue your duties, or do you feel responsible to hand power over to someone else so that we don't get stagnant in leadership?
Okay, so I want, well, this is what I'm trying to show you guys.
Okay.
If you're more towards the middle of your paper, you don't have to do any cutting. See, because the flap is long enough, it's not going to run off the edge.
Got it.
So then, it's pretty easy to just tuck this in.
Right.
And it stays closed. So there you go.
Cool.
Right?
Yes.
So it's a nice way to use up old magazines.
I love it. It's so cool.
And it's super fun to get in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There you go.
Are you guys excited? Give us some adjectives for how you feel. Are you feeling revived? Are you feeling replenished? Are you feeling delighted? Are you feeling dazzled? Are you feeling verklempt? Tell us what you're feeling and thinking. And send us pictures.
I want to get this letter in the mail.
Robbi, can I have this for a second? I'm going to send it to Robbi, you guys. Don't tell her. Okay.
All right.
Wonder to cover fit. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. This is where we are right now. Matthew reads Jennifer's
anecdote while Robbi sketches.
We have time to read Jennifer's anecdote. No, we
have
don't.
1 minute.
We don't have time. We'll do it on the top of the next show. Jennifer, I hope you don't have to go off to the salon, to the word salon, where you learn new words and you speak with your erudite friends about all things literary. I assume that's what you do in the afternoons, and that's how you remain so sharp.
I'm checking in.
Yes.
The Logue Conroys, one of the Logue Conroys,
yes,
likes the trees in the picture.
Okay.
And Thomas seemed to like the trees because of the depth.
Thomas William or Jane? We don't know who.
It said I.
Oh, okay.
Thomas.
I, Thomas. Okay.
Yes.
Like I, Robot? That kind of thing?
So there you go.
Okay. All right, friends, we got to go. Matthew's got to get his coffee that he just remembered he brewed. What? Yeah.
And you're doing this non-caffeinated?
Well, I caffeinated. I got up at 4:30 this morning, you guys.
Right when I was going to bed.
I had to write some brand positioning language. Yes,
guess what I was doing?
I came out of my room because Robbi was learning the monkey buttons.
Oops.
Yeah. Oh, you don't tell me that was an accident.
That was an accident.
That wasn't
I wanted
an
to
accident.
do this one.
Woo, 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 woo. I love it. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Ah. Ah, you can't. Guys, you can't get them. They're just, oh. All right, go away. We'll see you in a minute. Bye.
Goodbye.